All right, that was our 6 cups of pecan halves in our sheet pan that we greased. Beautiful. Now I'm coming in with 1 stick of melted butter, and we're just gonna drizzle that all over these beautiful pecans. Oh my, I'm so excited for this super easy, super yummy pecan dessert. And we wanna make sure that we get as much of our pecans covered as possible. Beautiful. I'm instantly gonna come in with my dark brown sugar, and we are gonna sprinkle our sugar right over these pecans. And it might just be looking like we're making some candied pecans, but we are making something so much more fun. If you love pecans, this is the dessert for you because it is a game changer. But I want a generous amount of sugar because this is what's gonna bring all of the sweetness. We're not adding anything else that's sweet to this, so we wanna make sure that we can taste that sugar. We want it to caramelize and get absolutely delicious for this dessert. Okay, I think I used about a half a cup to 1 cup of sugar. Okay, now we're coming in with our ground cinnamon, and this is optional, but I just think cinnamon goes so well with pecans and brown sugar, so I thought a nice little light dusting of cinnamon would be absolutely perfection for this. And then we do need a little bit of salt because this is a nutty dessert, and what is nuts without salt? And we're just doing a nice sprinkle of salt. It's just gonna really combat that sweetness and make this a salty, sweet phenomenon. Perfect. All right, now for things to get a little fun, we have our puff pastry, and this is the refrigerated puff pastry, and it's just one nice sheet that already has parchment paper on it, and we are going to unroll our puff pastry all the way. I absolutely love this puff pastry. If you guys follow me, you know I use it all the time, and then we are going to place that all over our sheet pan the best we can. Pull back that parchment paper. We don't need it for this recipe. And we're just gonna kind of stretch the sides and get it covering as much as we need. We probably didn't need this many pecans, but I mean, the more the better, right? The more the merrier. So you guys could probably get away with 5 cups of pecans for this dessert, but perfect. Now I have my fork, and we are just going to add some holes to our puff pastry. Now I do this because if you don't have any holes in your puff pastry, it just becomes a big dome, which is not what we want for this dessert. I know sometimes that's what people like, but we just want this to be a nice flaky layer on top of our pecans. Oh my goodness. Okay, that looks absolutely perfect. All right, now I have a little bowl and an egg, and we're gonna crack our egg into our bowl because we wanna do an egg wash on this puff pastry. We're gonna mix this up so that it is scrambled and easier to brush on to our puff pastry. An egg wash is just gonna make this nice and flaky and golden and brown. Now you can do a milk wash, a butter wash, but I love a egg wash, and if I have an extra egg in the fridge, I'm gonna use it. So we're just gonna make sure that we brush this entire puff pastry super quick. All right, we got that beautifully brushed with our egg wash. Now this is officially ready for the oven. My oven is set to 400, and this is gonna be in there for 20 minutes. All right, our pecan puff pastry dessert needs a little bit of icing. So we are going to start off with some powdered sugar, and you just need a tiny bowl for this. We're gonna add about 1/3 a cup of powdered sugar, and then we just need a splash of our whole milk. Our dog's playing in the background, so excuse the squeaks. That should be enough. We can always add more if we need it, and we are just whisking those two together. And then it looks like we added too much milk, so we're gonna add a little bit of powdered sugar. I never really measure these things because it's just so easy to add or subtract things to make it the perfect consistency, but we wanted it a little thicker. Powdered sugar is so messy. If you guys have any tricks to kind of contain our powdered sugar, put them in the comments because I always leave a dust of powdered sugar behind me when I use it. All right, but let's get this nice and thick. Okay, we ended up using about half a cup of powdered sugar with that splash of milk, but this is the consistency we're looking for, so we're gonna place this in the fridge until our puff pastry is ready. Oh my, would you look at that beautifully cooked puff pastry? Oh, all right, I am so excited. We are gonna flip this. Yep, you heard that right. So we are going to place our cutting board over our puff pastry. It's okay if it flattens it a little bit. Fastly. Oh. Would you look at that? Wow. We're gonna quickly get our icing on there. Just kind of add some moisture and some sweetness. This is gonna be absolutely delicious. My mouth is watering and I cannot wait to dig in. All right, beautiful. Now I like to do the upside down method for this so that that puff pastry gets fully cooked. Sometimes when you put it on the bottom, it doesn't cook as well. But this method never fails. Oh yeah, look at that beaut. Looks so good. I think next time I'm gonna try it with like a caramel. I don't know, let me know how that sounds.
Is it good?
Wow.